Welcome to the provider training video sponsored by CSRA, ePACES Claim Balancing, when Medicaid is the secondary or tertiary payer. Claim balancing. How does it affect your claim? If the other payer's information does not balance, your claim will reject. Rejected claims are not listed on your remittance statements. Rejections can be viewed in the ePACES real-time response or claim status response pages. Other payers' explanation of benefits, EOB. Important to use the explanation of benefits, EOB, when submitting for a secondary or tertiary claim. The EOB from the other payer, such as Medicare, Blue Cross Blue Shield, or other third party, will provide you with all that you need in order to balance your claim. In the EOB, the Claim Adjustment Reason Codes, CARC for short, explain why a claim or service was paid differently from the amount billed. Let's do a very common example of a patient that has Medicare primary and Medicaid secondary. My original charge amount was $145. Medicare paid me $89.46. The contractual obligation was $33.18, which left me a balance of patient responsibility of $22.36. Once you are ready to create your claim, you want to log in to ePACES, and if you haven't already done so, go to the menu on the left and go to your support files to add the other payer to your file. That's very simple to do. Just click on Other Payer, Add Other Payer, and you will see that you will have the options of adding the other payer name and then choosing the claim filing indicator, which means what type of insurance plan this is. This needs to be done so that this other payer shows up in a drop-down list for you. Once you have completed all of the tabs on ePACES, you will end up on the last tab, which is the service line. From your service line, you're going to type in the date in the From field only. Your next column is for your procedure code and modifiers if you need it. And then the next column is your full charge amount, what you billed to the primary carrier. This is very important in order for your claim to balance. Next is your service count, how many times the provider provided this service. Place of service is a duplication. And then you have the diagnosis pointer. And at this point, you're ready to give the information on the breakdown of the payments of the other payer. And you'll do that by clicking More. When you click on More, ePACES brings you to a new tab, and they give you the information on the line that you're working on. This is very helpful if you have several lines to break up in terms of other payer payments. You want to scroll all the way down to the last section of that long tab, which says Line Adjudication Information. The first line you will fill out is Other Payer Name. Hit your arrow and choose the appropriate name of the payer you're working on. That list is generated by all of the other payers that you added under your support file. Next line is your service line paid amount. Here's where we're typing the $89.46 that Medicare paid me. The next line is your paid HCPCS code. It's a duplication of your service line. You need to give us your procedure code again. Next is modifiers. You have spaces for modifiers if you need it. Next line is paid service unit count, how many times performed. So again, it's 1 in our situation. The next line is bundle line number. That is not a required field, so you will leave that blank. Next line is date claim paid. You need to give us a date on your EOB. And then lastly in that section is remaining patient liability. That is not a required field. You will leave that blank. And the next section is where we break up all the other amounts. So you'll go down to the first line where it says claim adjustment group, and you'll type in PR for patient responsibility. And since we're billing for coinsurance, the reason code is 2. And in this example, our amount is $22.36, and just type in the number 1 for the adjustment quantity. Next line is where you would report the contractual amount. So you would type in your CO for contractual amount, and in our situation, that reason code is 45. The dollar amount is $33.18, and the adjustment quantity is number 1. So you must complete the other payer tab for each other payer. For multiple lines, use the more details page. What happens in the scenario where my patient has an additional other payer, where Medicaid is tertiary? So then I would need to complete the same process for my secondary payer. And here's how to put the calculation to add a second payer. You must complete the other payer tab for each other payer, and for multiple lines, use the more details page. So I'm going to choose other payer name, hit your arrow, and in this example, my other payer is Blue Cross Blue Shield. I'm going to go to the next line, service line paid amount. How much did Blue Cross pay me for this claim? And as you can see from our example, they paid $2.36. I'm going to include my paid HCPCS code, my procedure code. Type in the paid service line amount. Skip bundle line number. Type in our date and leave remaining patient liability empty. Going down to the adjustment area, I'm going to type in my patient responsibility. In this example, it will be PR 3 because I have a copay remaining of $20. Okay, so it'll be PR 3, adjustment amount is $20, and adjustment quantity is 1. Next line, for my other adjustment amount, will be OA, stands for other adjustment. It'll be OA 23, and that total is $122.64, $122.64. And then type in again the number 1 and my adjustment quantity. So basically you need to add all of your figures, what they paid you, which was $2.36, what was the copay or the patient responsibility, which is $20, and then the other adjustment amount, which is $122.64, and that should equal to the original charge on my service line for $145. Here are some tips for your claim balancing. Have the explanation of benefits, the EOB, from the other payer in front of you as you fill out the ePACES screens. You must fill out the other payer tab for each other payer. Amounts for a single line of service can be reported solely on the other payer tab. Claims with multiple lines of service, you must use the more details tab to report amounts. All dollar amounts must equal to the original charge. And remember, Medicaid is always the payer of last resort. For additional questions, please review the self-help documents you can find at our website, which is www.emedny.org, or contact the CSRA eMedny call center. Their number is 1-800-343-9000. Thank you so much for your continued participation in the New York State Medicaid program. This has been a provider training video sponsored by CSRA for ePACES claim balancing.